Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video we will have our discussion on a combination, on a conjunction which has been given a little bit kind of bad reputation or questionable reputation all over in the astrology circles, which is about if someone is going to have the conjunction of Saturn and Moon in the chart, so called as the wish yoga or the poisoned yoga, what kind of results it will bring in someone's lives. So definitely guys, astrology is a science of research and it's a science of seeing the pattern in different people's lives. So in this video we will try to decode that if this combination you have in your chart, what could be your thought pattern, in which capacity you are going to be behaving, because we all know this thing that if you have to individually understand the personality of these two planets, Moon in itself tells about your subconsciousness, your the way you feel, your emotions. Moon in a way tells about your personality, your habits, and from a spiritual point of view it also tells about that the kind of impressions which are deeply ingrained in your soul, and those habits and traits which have been acquired by the soul from the past so many lifetimes. Now guys, the defining part over here is that Moon is very impressionable as well. So whatsoever environment it is going to be exposed to, it has this capacity to start finding resonance, comfort around the energy of that planet, around the energy of that environment. Now comes the energies of the planet Saturn. Now Saturn is a very karmic planet. It is a very heavy force to deal with all of our actions, responsibilities, little bit of the melancholiness, detachment, capacity to work hard, little bit sad and all is also attached with the planet Saturn as well. So guys, over here see, definitely Saturn also tells about your profession and many other things as well. But when we are talking about a planet like Moon, which somehow tells about your emotions, feelings and moods, so we have to understand the innate emotion of the planet which it is going to be conjunct with. We know the emotion of Venus is of pleasure, of happiness. So same way, just because if you are going to have the conjunction of Moon with the Saturn, so all the innate qualities of the Saturn which I just mentioned about gloominess, sadness, detachment, your mind might be at peace, at comfort, to be in this kind of environment as well. So definitely guys, in this video we will try to understand the results of this conjunction in different houses as well. But to begin with, I just want to share my own findings that in which all charts I have found this combination. So the very first kind of people or category of people in whose charts I have found this combination are those people who are working as healers in the society. Now again guys, when I say healer, like you could be working as an astrologer, as a numerologist, as a tarot card reader, Reiki healer, Vastu, in any form. In a way, you are alleviating the suffering and problems of the people. Like you are acting as a divine instrument to help people elevate their suffering and their problems. So now guys, over here I'm actually talking about those category of the healers who have got legitimate, genuine knowledge and who are in this field in order to remove the suffering of people, not for some other XYZ hidden reason that they were not able to do good in any other part of the area of their life, or just here to make money, or just here for the fame. I'm talking about those legitimate people whose heart actually empathize towards the pain and suffering of the others. So that is the first category of people in whose chart I found this combination. Second category of people, it has been also seen in my research that people who are going to have either Saturn or Venus combination, we will have a separate discussion on that as well. But I have seen people who are somehow attracted towards the mature people as well, because I mentioned this thing, Moon, which tells about your moods. So if it is going to be conjunct with Saturn, it might be more comfortable somehow in that kind of environment, someone who's going to be representing that energy. Now again guys, over here it's not like something which I'm talking out of the books and all, because if I will go by the language of the books, it has not been written in good light. I'm just talking about practically what I have seen in different charts. So yes, I have seen this combination in majority of the charts where people are very much attracted towards older kind of people. Third category of people, I have generally found this combination in the chart of those females who are unhappy in their matrimonial life. Again guys, see, moon is a feminine planet, so definitely if it is going to be in your chart, it will somehow manifest its traits, but like the way it is not as prone in a man's chart the much it gets prone in a female's chart. So that is another category of people. Now guys, come the category of people who are actually benefiting with this kind of combination. So these are among those kind of people in whose cases it has been seen that, see, the way people talk about the Nadi Jyotish and all, I have also seen that in all those cases, because Saturn also tells about your profession, like the way individually there are like certain traits which a planet represent, and then what you have to do is that you have to see the planets which are conjunct, which are in trine, which are in dushtana to it. So let's say for example, because your moon is conjunct with the Saturn, so far we were trying to look at it from the moon's point of view, okay, that this is what my moods are, this is what my feelings are, my emotions are, and what it is exposed towards. Now let's look at it from other perspective. Now let's look at it from the Saturn's point of view, because Saturn, which represents your how dutiful you are, it also tells about your profession, your professional endeavors. So just because it is conjunct with moon, so a lot many times it has been seen that people who are like in a traveling job, they do very good. Or let's say for example, if those people who are in a business of food or restaurant, nursing, hospitality, so these are among those people, like rather than being stick to one stiff work environment, if you will put these people where their work environment is consistently and rapidly changing, they are traveling very frequently, so they tend to do very good. Now again guys, and this is one such thing which we always recommend for the mental health well-being as well, that the more you will travel, and that too travel to the new places frequently, somehow it acts like a therapy, that your mind is very much exposed towards new changing environment, so it actually helps lot many people to de-stress. That is the only reason traveling is seen as one of the biggest stress buster. So yes guys, this is how you can look at it, that if you're going to have the conjunction of the Saturn and moon, in which capacity it is going to be manifesting results. Now definitely guys, all the remedies which we generally recommend for the planet Saturn, so I would say that because remedy is also done on different levels, like there are like those areas where donation becomes very important. There are like those kind of remedies where wearing any specific stone or kind of yantra and all becomes very important. So this is one such kind of combination where the counseling and the right set of approach and attitude actually works in a very efficient way for the native. Like the way if I were to advise the remedy, so healing, whether you like it or not, but actually when you are in that environment where you are seeing other people suffer, and you will see that okay, more than me, other people's problems are much bigger and more intense than mine, so that might help you come out of your own suffering, or see yourself as on a bargained end compared to the suffering of other people. And in lot many cases you can empathize with others as well. One of the very good remedies that, see guys, planets do not want you to either wear expensive gemstone or stand in the queue to do the darshanam on that specific day just to please the energy of that planet. Like the energies of the planet Saturn is being represented by people who are working on a very minimum wage, working extremely hard in extremely harsh condition for very minimum amount of money. All the old people, old age homes are also somehow connected with the planet Saturn. So somehow doing something for them can also be seen as a very good remedy. Like lot many people, the very first sign of someone, like if there is a vastu dosh in someone's home or a person is in depression, is that if you will go to their home, you will find them putting themselves in a dark, and that is one such archetype. Even if you will put filters on the Google that, hey Google, can you show me an image of person in depression, it will show an image of someone who is in dark with the head down and just a shadow. So this is what intensifies the negative side of the planet Saturn. So definitely keeping your area where you live well lit is one thing. The more you can deal with removing the darkness with the light will be one of the good remedy for the planet Saturn or for this conjunction specifically. So yes guys, this was certain things which I wanted to talk about. How can this conjunction, which has been given a very bad rep, can be dealt with. Now let's try to look at it, that if you're going to have this combination in different houses in your natal chart, what will it indicate? So guys, if you have this combination in your first house, now that could be other case. It will become much more stronger that if your lagna is either of moon or of Saturn. So if you have moon Saturn conjunction in the first house, and you being a Cancer lagna, or you being a Capricorn lagna, or the like Aquarius lagna, or if moon is exalted, you being a Taurus lagna, or you being a Libra lagna, and this combination is taking place in the first house. So definitely guys, this is one such kind of combination where in a positive way it can actually make you very responsible, very accountable. Like, you know, in the back of your mind you will be always consciously aware about fulfilling your duties and responsibilities. And Saturn is a very karmic planet. It has lot many times it has been seen that these are among those people who undertake their family duties and responsibilities from a very early age, or in lot many cases it has been seen you give these people a purpose, a life mission, and they will work with the best of their capabilities. But yes, and also because ever since I have started taking classes at Bharati Vidya Bhavan, very soon I'll be going back to Canada again, but so this one buddy I became very good friends with, and he also has this. Like the very first time when he showed his kundi, he started with this note: oh sir, I have got a wish yoga in my chart. So Aquarius lagna and moon Saturn right over there in the first house, but this guy is like, it's a practical finding and observation. He's actually very helpful and very empathizing, so I can fairly see in his chart. But yes, I observe whenever moon in the transit is like conjunct with Ketu, conjunct with Rahu, it's conjunct with Saturn, so he is very stress prone as well, feeling very depressed. Suddenly out of the blue come and ask me, sir, do I have any wealth combination in my chart and all, can you please see? I don't see any direction and all. So yes, so because this is what their whole personality is. Now guys, if you have if you will find moon Saturn combination in the second house, so guys, generally it has been seen that in certain cases this is one such kind of combination where some sort of kind of karmic burden of duties and responsibilities generally come within the family. Like these are among those people, and like the way I mentioned this thing, if you have moon Saturn combination, so in a traveling job, utilizing the attributes of the moon even at your work will prove to be very beneficial for you. So this is one such kind of combination where like it is generally advisable that if you will move away from your birthplace or from your kutumb, from your family ties and all, you might flourish much more better. Again guys, now it is a different situation because it might not be valid for everyone. Like just because I already mentioned at the beginning of this video that this conjunction means the responsibilities come very early to you. And again guys, this is where the beauty of the way the whole karma function. Like even if you'll go by Mahabharata and the Ramayana times, even at a time like when like Duryodhan was born, when Ravan was born, so it was already being the prophecy was already being done to their parents that okay, they will be responsible for the kind of the bad times, the misfortune which will fall upon your whole family. But still it was decided by the divine, so even they were helpless to evade that situation. So the thing which I'm saying here is that in lot many cases, irrespective of knowing that they are in a very toxic and poisonous environment, it becomes very difficult to uproot themselves. But so yes guys, this is how I have seen this combination. And yes, moon Saturn combination in the second house, and if it is strong, specifically Saturn is strong over here, and so I do not know the combination for the blessing, but the curses of these people generally turn out to be true. So you should be very careful around these people, that you should not give any pain to them or should not kind of provoke them. Now guys, if you have moon and Saturn combination in the third house, so definitely guys, we know this thing that Moon and the Saturn can actually make you very responsible towards your duties and responsibilities, and your capacity to shoulder responsibilities is generally seen from the third house. So this combination in itself tells about that yes, you will have this capacity to work very hard or undertake many responsibilities on your shoulder, and you will perform very good as well. So guys, out of all the kind of houses and all, somehow I've seen that Moon Saturn combination in the third house and in the like 10th house can manifest very good results, because even if Saturn is making Moon little bit stressed, there will be this capacity to divert that stress in order for creating something or doing something. Like you will find lot many people when they go to gym, or like even if they are not very much inclined towards making more money, but doing job or consistently working helps them de-stress. So in this regard, this Moon Saturn combination in the third house could be a very good de-stressing pill for you. And guys, a lot many times it has been seen that when we talk about the third house, because we see our neighbors from over here, a lot many times it has been seen that, see, if I were to say, especially in my parents' chart, like in my mother's chart and all, she has got very good third house, and wheresoever we have lived throughout, oh my god, our relations with our neighbors, next door neighbors, have always remained very good. But this is one such kind of combination where, like, when we come across people who never get good neighbors, or they always have one problem, another problem going on with their neighbors and all, you will definitely find problem in the third house, or this could be a Moon or Saturn combination. Now guys, let's say for example, if you have Moon and Saturn conjunction taking place in your fourth house. So guys, we know this thing that over here, this is the domain and territory of the Moon. So who is the invader in this combination? It is the Saturn, which is the invader in this kind of combination. So again guys, this generally tells about that you will definitely have that deepest sense of capacity to empathize and feel for the pain and suffering. Now it all comes down to the way you are channelizing your energy. A lot many times it has been seen that these could be those people who go through extreme pain, suffering in the first half of the life, and with the passage of time, actually they end up becoming healers who have by themselves gone through all the pain and suffering, so they can freely empathize and relate with and connect with other people as well. But yes guys, deep inside, again it all comes down to the nourishment and the upbringing of the native. Like this could be a case that if you have been raised in a toxic environment where you have not been given proper nourishment, so this can also somehow break people down, and the after effect of that generally comes in the second half of the life, whether the toll takes in forming sustainable relationship or in the second half of the life, or many people end up having trust issues and all as well. So generally we say this thing that if you have a Moon Saturn combination in your chart, trust me, your house, your home vastu has to be immaculate. If you will find any suffering over there, it will definitely manifest into some sort of emotional trauma, crisis in the life as well. But again guys, this is one such kind of combination which can actually make you a very successful mass leader as well, where people will actually look up to you. Now if you have Moon Saturn combination in your fifth house, so guys, definitely this is the house which is also the house of our Purva Punya as well. So this house also tells about that definitely there might be some sort of stress or anxiety which kept on looming over you even at a time when you were leaving your body in the past life. Again guys, this is what about and many kind of religious texts give emphasis on this, that whatsoever thought has been lingering to you at the last minutes of your death, that somehow has such a strong say of the life which you will get, like in the next incarnation and all. So if you have Moon Saturn combination in the fifth house, definitely it tells about that there was some sort of lingering fear, attached responsibility, the fear of which was surrounding you. Like the way we say this thing that there are those people even in their deathbed, they are still worried about who will take care of my business when I will be gone, who will take care of my single daughter after when I will be gone. So this can be one of the indication in that regard as well. Along with that, guys, see, when we talk about, because fifth house also tells about your mind as well, so this is going to have a very strong impact. Now again, understand this thing, Moon Saturn in itself is making your emotions, your feelings stress prone, but very dutiful, very responsible as well. But if you have this combination in the fourth house, it is much more hazardous, like in the water houses. But in the fifth house, it can actually all that stress and awareness for your duties and responsibilities can be channeled towards some right concrete decision as well. Like this could be one such guy who will take good moral and extract good lessons out of all the suffering and the betrayal he would have gone, and he can actually use it to build something in his life. So yes, guys, and people who generally become very good therapists, they become a very good counselor. And we all know this thing, that if fifth house is the house of the art and entertainment, so a lot many artists and all, they also get famous because of one such genre. They're like those artists who are known for their action image. They're like those celebrities and actors who are known for their romantic image. So this is one such kind of combination where you will be seen as very mature, very serious, very tragedy master kind of character. So this is how you might earn your fame. Now guys, if you have Moon Saturn combination in your sixth house, so definitely guys, when we talk about the sixth house, so somehow in your line of work, it will be much more recommended for you to be in that profession which will be utilizing all the energies of the Moon and Saturn both, like the way I mentioned. If you are in a traveling job, if you are in a food business, hospitality, restaurant, health, fitness business, you could do very good. Second thing is that we all know this thing, that sixth house also tells about pain, health concern and all, so you can become very good healer as well. And this is one such kind of combination. Again guys, it's very difficult to say, like this could be one such combination where you might find very difficult to retain any employees or staff. Or this could be a combination that just because you are so empathizing for the need and concern and the pain of your staff, that you even remember the first name of majority of your employees. Like here I'm talking about, if you are running a very big business with many people reporting to you, you will know each and every detail about what is happening even in the personal life of your employees and all, of your staff and all. So yes guys, when we talk about getting into the business of health and healing, you can do very good over there for sure. But yes, when we talk about conflicts and all, it is generally recommended native. See, as long as you're working as a lawyer and a doctor, it is fine. But if you do not have anything to do with these things, so we generally recommend that any of the matters of the loans and the debt and all, so tread in that path very carefully, because otherwise they're like those people who have piled up debts, piled up court cases, but they still go on casually cool with their life. They keep that in the back of their mind, and they're like those people, one small thing happens and their whole aura gets clouded with that fear, with that problem. So it's much recommended to refrain from engaging in those things which could magnify these problems. Now guys, if you have Saturn and Moon placed in your seventh house, it is not a good combination in a female's chart for a successful matrimonial life, to be honest. Like there are like certain combinations where we say, okay, you see one yoga and you immediately predict. So specifically in a female's chart, like the way there are like different parameters on which different astrologers work. They all have their own sutras which they have noticed and they work on it. So some people give more credit to Manglik dosha, Kalsarp dosha, another combination. But I say not that strongly for a male's chart, but in a female's chart, Moon Saturn in the seventh house will definitely be a question mark. But guys, when we talk about being accountable, being responsible, like these are among those kind of people, if individually other planets of grace and happiness are also not very well placed, then this could be among those kind of people who devote their whole life towards the shouldering the responsibilities of their marriage or providing to their partner and all, and they do not get reciprocated in equal terms when we talk about love and nourishment. Again guys, understand this thing, Moon is about your moods and all, and it is very close to the planet Saturn. So that means the only thing which your Moon is, your mind is exposed towards and very near to is duties, responsibilities, pressure and all. So the best remedy for these people is that to learn how to take it easy, to learn to how to delegate everything, rather than kind of making themselves a vacuum of all the pressure, all the things. It will be much better to delegate it equally amongst family members, with the business partners and all. But yes guys, if you're primarily working in the domain or business of the Saturn, like iron, mineral, or like anything to do with the spirituality and all, so labor union and all, so if you're actually primarily working in the domain of the planet Saturn, it can still manifest good results. But yes, there will be pressure on the account of marriage or business partner. So whensoever you will be entering into it, like the way many astrologers say that, oh, if you have Mangal dosha, do matchmaking properly. If you have 7th lord afflicted, do matchmaking properly. Namansh afflicted, do this properly. I'm telling you, if you have moon Saturn in the 7th house, do matchmaking properly, or before getting into partnership in business, do that carefully. Now guys, if you have this combination in the 8th house, again guys, this is one such kind of combination where I would say that we cannot say that the fault or the problem lies in you. It must be a case that you might be a victim of some past karma, or being born in a family where there's some kind of generational problem which is going on in the family, being very much vulnerable towards the evil eye, negativity of others and all. So if you have this combination in the 8th house, so it is a very difficult path to tread. So overall, taking care of the holistic health of yourself will become very important. It is generally recommended, do not reveal your plan in advance to everyone, because you are very much open and a good target for the evil eye. Along with that guys, doing sadhana, doing japa, doing mantra, in a way I would say that even the knowledge of the slight knowledge of the tantra will definitely benefit these people, because even if you are not gonna use it professionally, at least you can safeguard yourself. But again guys, we have to see the overall strength of the chart as well. Like if Rahu is going to also have a say to this moon, so these people tend to remain always fearful of no good reason, or someone has done something on me. These are those typical lines which you will hear majorly from people who have moon Saturn combination in their 8th house. Definitely they are prone to it, but a lot many times it is not the truth reality. It is just in the back of their mind. But yes guys, and also guys, a lot many times I have seen this combination in the charts where people their paternal property, they share in the paternal property, gets usurped by their own paternal uncles and all. So yes, in so many ways, I would say that somehow you have to involve 8th house as a part of your life. Then only you can channelize or honor this energy. Otherwise it is going to be creating stress and depression and all. So in a way, taking interest in psychology, taking interest in research, taking interest in sadhana, in tantra, can be seen as one of the very good remedy. And whenever there is any amavas, like new moon, will become very important for you, like donation, sadhana and all. The time of eclipse for doing the anushtan, graha dosh nivaran, like planetary appeasement puja, will become very important for you. So like even when we talk about today, at a time when I'm recording this video, it is the goddess Dhumavati's anniversary. So like these kind of gods, like goddess Dhumavati, planet Saturn, it's like goddess Kali, Bhadra Kali. So devoting yourself towards these entities and energies is very, very important in order to safeguard yourself. Like seeking refuge in the worship of the Lord Kal Bhairava should be considered. Now guys, if you have moon and Saturn in the kind of 9th house, now guys, if you have moon and Saturn combination in your 9th house, so guys, one thing is for sure that when we talk about the being well guided by your teachers and your mentors, this could be a good kind of combination. You will only attract those kind of teachers in your life who are already very worn out. Like these are not among those entitled teachers and mentors you will find. You will find those guides and mentors who are by themselves. They have gone through the suffering, they have gone through the pain, and with their own practical personal pain and practical personal life failures and all, they will have a lot to share with you. They have a lot to guide to you. Second thing is that, guys, definitely, because if it is taking place in your ninth house, so for any of the life's problem and suffering and all, seeking refuge in the religious austerities prove to be very therapeutic. Again, guys, see, this is what the beauty of knowing astrology and other things is that, like the way, for example, if I were to tell you that, okay, that sort of success can actually put you towards intoxication, towards ill habits, court cases, defamation, or if I were to ask you about, you know, these kind of mediocre life with reputation, with immaculate public image and all, and I'll ask you to make a choice. So the point which I'm telling over here is that a lot many times certain yogas actually work in our favor as well, without us knowing. Like sometimes we just see people outside, we see them happy, we see them wealthy, and we get this feeling that, okay, they are accumulating, amassing good karma only, but we do not know how shallow and vulnerable their personal life is. So the point which I'm telling over here is that the driving factor for gaining all the knowledge, for all the religious austerities, indulging into ethical and virtuous and righteous action is going to be pain and suffering for these people. But again, they end up accumulating good karma, they end up gaining a lot of religious spiritual knowledge, undergoing lot many religious spiritual kind of experiences, awareness and all. So in this regard, I would say that this combination out of all has got some beneficial wise things to offer. So over here, Saturn will definitely give you some life's practical like experiences, and these are among those people who will definitely have lot many life lessons. Like, you know, they're like those people who you will come across and you, that person will say, you know, I was duped over here, and when I will get chance, I will get back to them, I will seek my vengeance. And they're like those among those people with this kind of combination. Yeah, I've been in that situation, I got my lesson, I will never do that again, or I will educate and warn others as well. So these are among those category of people. So yes, guys, and for the higher learning and all, generally it is considered as good combination. You will definitely have this capacity to work hard consistently, to retain and stick to one cause for longer span of time. That is the only reason this is one such combination which can make someone a very good doctor, very good PhD holder, researcher and all. Now guys, let's say for example, if you have Moon and Saturn combination in your 10th house, again guys, it is considered as very good combination. You will definitely have this capacity to shoulder many responsibilities in your life. Now guys, the only concern over here is that there definitely has to be a window for the release of the pent-up energy for this person, because from far it will definitely look like that, okay, this person is going doing very good in his professional life, he has reached that position at such a young age, and all the things which we need in the life, good house, good car, good investments and all. So from far we will perceive it like this, but deep inside in the personal space, native might be going through a lot of the hardship. Like, you know, working with 100% of his capacity might make him prone towards a burnout kind of situation as well. So generally with this kind of combination, for shouldering many responsibilities, performing good, that sort of command and grip over the masses in the public space and all, and having that knowledge about the collective consciousness, you will have this somehow grip over the pulse of the masses. So regarding that, it's a good combination. But yes, people with this kind of combination, like these are those people whom I have seen that their whole life end up just being from your home to the job, home to the business. But people who are married to them, their children and all, these are among those people who actually enjoy the fruits of their hard work. But these are among those people who end up, you know, getting devoted to cause only. And yes guys, in certain cases we have to see what exactly is happening over here. So it can also make you little bit, see, false allegation, accusation has got more to do with the Rahu and the Ketu. But generally with this kind of combination, if you are not utilizing the energy and living your life with the principles of the planet Saturn, honesty, integrity, being patient, working hard. So let's say for example, if life is putting you making you go through a lot of delays, rejection, failures, and native took the wrong path of shortcut, cutting corners, vices and all, so then imprisonment, problem, suffering, it can give rise to that as well. But yes, natives major area of stress in life is definitely going to be career. You ask him at 18 years of age, you ask him at 28, 35, 45, this is going to be his major stress level, concern, epicenter concern. Even if you will ask him when he's making $50,000, when he's making 100,000, he's making 200,000, again the reason and explanation is going to be the same, career. So everyone is going to be looking at him growing in his career, in his life. But if you will ask him personally, that is going to be his major area of concern. Now guys, if you have Moon and Saturn conjunct in your 11th house, so definitely guys, this is one such kind of combination where native definitely need to have very well monitored a wish list or the desires in the life. Because no matter how much you are making, and let's say for example, if Rahu is going to have any say over the ascendant, lord, over the moon, it can actually give rise to many insatiable desires, which native might not either have the capacity to fulfill them, or even if he is going to fulfill them, there's still going to be that feeling of lack in the life of the native. Second thing is that guys, definitely native will function very strongly whenever he will be having that strong connect with the public, whenever he will be in that kind of setting where he is somehow connected with large network, large group organization. And let's say for example, the career mantra, the success mantra with this combination is that if native only will sacrifice his personal goal, his personal happiness with, or replace it with his vision for the world in order to make the world a better place, then this combination can actually manifest some very good results as well. And lastly guys, if you have Moon and Saturn combination in the 12th house, so guys again we cannot overlook this thing that as per our shastras and all in the scriptures, any book you pick, any classical book you pick, it has been written in this light that okay, this actually makes native prone towards imprisonment yoga. See, again, this is how astrology works. The minute we open the chart, we see the promise. Then we see the, scrutinize the candidate. Okay, this is what your chart is. What is your line of work? What is that you do as a part of your occupation? You have to judge the personality of the person. And if everything is indicating in the same direction that okay, native's activities and actions are also questionable. He is engaged in illicit, illegitimate, illegal kind of activities and things. You saw something, you validate it in the D9 chart. Okay, D9 chart is also giving the same indication. Strong Rahu in the ascendant, strong Rahu conjunct with debilitated ascendant lord and all being placed there in the 12th house and all, then it's a valid situation that okay, where native is headed towards. So that is the very first thing that okay, the vulnerability of imprisonment and allegations and all, native could be prone and vulnerable towards it. Second thing is that definitely guys, when we talk about in a positive constructive light, when we talk about doing sadhana, like being devoted to a cause, trying to find out the purpose of your life, having that understanding of the secret functioning of the universe, your capacity to be away from the limelight, like all those saints and sages, like who are living in the caves, who are living after abandonment of everything, they are living far away from their family and doing sadhana, gaining that secretive spiritual knowledge, attaining those siddhis and all. So this could drive native towards those things as well. Again guys, this is one such kind of combination where native should inculcate this habit of doing whatever he is doing unconditionally, because only if you will attach kind of your own desires, wish list, or you will set a bar that okay, I need to, okay, it is good to have a vision list, It is good to write your affirmations every day, but this is not how universe function, and astrology is a tool to study that only. What might work for you, for one person, might not work for another person. Someone who's going to have, like, you are a Cancer lagna, you have Jupiter moon right over there in your first house, you have Venus there in your 11th house, so all these manifestation practices will work like this for you, but not for everyone, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, that if you will have this habit, so then it will actually be the major cause for suffering, for getting and slipping into depression and all. So whatever you do it with this unconditional, utmost faith in the higher powers. Being very patient will become very important. Refraining from involving into anything which is illegal will be helpful for you. But again guys, it all comes down to individual to individual. Let's say for example, this is what your line of work is, where you have to masquerade. You're working as a secretive intelligence officer. All the time you have to stay covert, you have to hide your image. Like, I forgot the name of that famous graffiti artist, Banksy. So if you are in that domain, if you're working in that aura and energy, this could be one of the very good combination. Like the way guys we say this thing, that you might not become a very successful actor, but you might become a very good director who's pulling the strings behind the scene. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For furthermore updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.